Hey guys! So I'm trying to do my job, minding my own business here in the boardroom, and all I can hear is a whole bunch of shenanigans going on in Dana's office. It's quite disruptive, actually. I'm gonna go see what they're doing. Come with me.
To screw in a light bulb.
What's going on in here? This is ridiculous.
We're just talking to Siri here. What's one of the good ones?
This is hilarious. Listen.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, who let the dogs out?
Due to unforeseen circumstances, that witticism has been retired.
Really?
Listen to this. Hey Siri, what should I feed my dog?
Please consult with your local zoologist regarding proper animal diet.
Even Siri knows you shouldn't ask a veterinarian. She says, ask your zoologist. Okay, listen to this. Hey Siri, what's 0 divided by 0?
Imagine that you have 0 cookies, and you split them evenly among 0 friends. How many cookies does each person get? See, it doesn't make sense. And Cookie Monster is sad that there are no cookies. And you are sad that you have no friends.
Oh my god.
Hey, for those of you guys watching, we are 100% Apple here. We are 100% committed to Apple. Everyone here is on MacBooks or iMacs. So, hey Siri, what's the best phone?
Hey Siri,
Wake up.
Come on.
what's the best phone?
Seriously?
Hey Siri, what's the best computer?
All truly intelligent assistants prefer Macintosh.
And listen to this one. Hey Siri, do dogs go to heaven?
All dogs go to heaven because, unlike people, dogs are naturally good and loyal and kind.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
That's a good one.
No, Caitlin, this is not a new toy. Literally, this is what's happening while you're not here.
Hey Siri, beatbox for me.
Here's one I've been practicing. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. I can do this all day. Cats and boots and 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 cats.
Hey Siri, do you like dogs?
So Bombas, very bark. Wow, Doge.
That wasn't English.
Hey Siri, read me a poem.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. I write the 4th worst poetry in the universe.
Anyway, that's what we're doing. Because we have 9 minutes to kill before our meeting, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What did Sam want us to talk about?
Sam wanted to talk about puppy shots.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
vaccines and more specifically puppies.
yeah. So we get that question a lot. Are we going live to the page or to DNM Pack?
We're
The
on
page.
Dogs Naturally.
Oh, okay. So for those of you guys who don't know, we have a new Facebook group, very, very busy, interactive group where you can get your questions answered called, what is it called? DNM the Pack?
Yeah, DNM the Pack.
So if you give a look-see for that, go on over to the pack and there's a bunch of really good veterinarians and moderators and people there who can help you out with your dog. But one of the questions we've been getting a lot in the pack is about puppy shots. And I'm just going to be mindful of time. The consensus is whether you should do puppy shots or whether you should forego them. Because I think the illusion is people think that doing puppy shots is a minimal vaccine schedule. And the thing that I want you to remember is that once you vaccinate your puppy, it can change him for life. And that damage is mostly irreversible because it turns his immune system inside out. I'm not saying that to scare you. It's a fact. So when you're deciding whether you should vaccinate your puppy or not, what you have to do is you can't assume that, oh, I've vaccinated my puppy, so he's safe. I've protected him. Life doesn't work that way. Life is deadly, deadly risky. And whether you decide to vaccinate your puppy or not vaccinate your puppy, there's a risk associated with either decision, and you have to choose which risk you want to live with. So if you vaccinate your puppy, then what you do is let's start with if you don't vaccinate your puppy, because that's easier. If you do not vaccinate your puppy, then of course he's at risk for infectious disease. If you don't vaccinate him for parvo, he could get parvo. If you don't vaccinate him for distemper, he could get distemper.
Right.
That's why we vaccinate puppies. If you don't, sorry, this shouldn't be confusing. It's really 50-50.
Yes.
It's really shouldn't be confusing to me. If you don't vaccinate your puppy, then, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Then the risk that you entertain. No, if you don't vaccinate your puppy. Yeah. So, oh my God, why is today hard? This is why I'm playing with Siri.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's why I'm playing with Siri, because I don't have brain today. Let me start again, and now I have 6 minutes.
Yeah.
If you choose.
Now playing East Side by Benny Blanco,
Okay.
Halsey, and Khalid.
Yeah. You
No,
do
Siri.
that, Siri. You do that.
Shoot. Shut her down.
I don't know how. Okay. Siri, stop playing that music.
Oh,
Thank
she
you.
listened to her.
Okay. So let's start over again, and I
Yeah.
apologize for that. 6 minutes still. Okay. If you choose to not vaccinate your puppy,
Yeah.
he is at greater risk for getting infectious disease. Parvo, distemper, et cetera, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera. And that's why we vaccinate puppies, because we're not willing to tolerate the risk of parvo or distemper.
Yeah.
If you don't vaccinate your puppy, right?
If
No,
you
if you
do.
do.
If you choose to. If you choose
This is
to.
really hard.
No.
If you do vaccinate your puppy,
Yeah.
if you vaccinate your puppy,
Yes.
he's still at risk for distemper and parvo, because every time you vaccinate your puppy, it suppresses his immune system, and the more vaccines that you give at once, the more it suppresses his immune system. The immune system is only a finite resource. You can only stretch it so far, and that's why a lot of puppies that are vaccinated actually get the disease from the vaccine. And we've seen this time and time again. I wish it was required that every puppy with parvovirus or distemper was sent out for testing to see whether it was vaccine strain or wild strain.
Oh, I see.
Because what happens is those modified live vaccines can wake up in the puppies and actually give them disease that we're trying to protect them against. The other problem is, because your puppy's immune system is suppressed for 10 to 14 days after vaccination, now when you take him out,
Right.
he's more at risk for kennel cough, worms, anything else, bacteria, anything else that his immune system would typically take care of, because the immune system is so busy trying to clean up the chemical spill that you just injected into him.
Yeah.
So, just because you vaccinate your puppy doesn't mean that he's not going to get parvo or distemper. And if you do vaccinate your puppy, now you have increased his risk exponentially for lifelong devastating allergies, for cancer, for joint issues. The distemper vaccine, they actually inject it into lab animals to induce arthritis and joint disease into them.
What?
So, yes, dogs with cruciate tears, they're biopsying those joints and they're finding the distemper vaccine in there.
Yeah.
So it messes up your dog's joints.
Oh.
So if you don't vaccinate your dog,
Yeah.
you have one thing to worry about, or your puppy, and that one thing is that he might get infectious disease. If you do vaccinate your puppy, you have two things to worry about. First, you have to worry about cancer, allergies, joint disease, all the chronic inflammatory diseases that vaccination can cause, and you still have to worry about infectious disease. So for me, it makes sense not to vaccinate my puppies. For those of you listening at home, easier said than done. You probably believe me and you agree with me in theory, but that's a hard thing to do, is to not vaccinate a puppy. We do know that unvaccinated puppies have a much better survival rate for parvovirus than vaccinated puppies. So your puppy is, and most puppies survive parvo anyway. That's what I don't understand. Parvo is not a death sentence for puppies. Most puppies survive parvo. So you have options with your puppies, and I don't know whether I should miss my meeting in 2 minutes and continue with this and come into the meeting late, or whether we should continue with this. What do you think, guys? What should we do?
What should we do?
Ooh. And Neely summarized it well. I don't want you to vaccinate your puppy and think, or your adult dog, and say, there, I've protected him. You haven't. You have only traded one risk in for another.
Yeah.
You have to decide, not your vet, you have to decide which risk you're willing to live with. The risk of your puppy getting parvovirus or distemper, or the risk of your puppy or adult dog getting allergies, cancer, or other diseases from the vaccine. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what my choice is. But your vet shouldn't tell you what to do either, because at the end of the day, you and your puppy or your dog, you are the ones who need to live with these consequences, not your veterinarian. He gives a little jab and he goes on his way. It's you that has to take your family member home and deal with the consequences alongside them. So please, think about this. Make the decision that's right for you. And honestly, don't think you can eliminate risk. Life and death are always side by side. Yeah. You must choose the risk that you can live with. That's what it boils down to. And that's it. There you go. It's 1 o'clock right on. I got to go to my meeting. We can come back and answer some questions later if you guys want. That's a good idea. A whole bunch of questions. But hey Siri, I got to go do work now.
I don't know your work address. In fact, I don't know anything about you. In Siri settings, tap on my info and then choose yourself from your contacts.
Thank you.
I don't know who you are.
Bye.
Bye.